I don't think I've ever done this before. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping somebody's game. Someone's sitting around at their craft table, and Aunt Bex is taking a break, and I thought, maybe I could go on, and maybe somebody would want to come and play with me, and we'll see what happens. Maybe nobody, but I'm still going to be crafting no matter what. So, hi, Sophia. Yeah, Nettie, hi. We can kind of have actually, we could open a room instead of doing this because in the room we could talk. What do you think? I could shut this down. Oh, hi, Laura, right? One-legged. That's Laura, right? If I'm right, I'm going to be really impressed with myself that I remembered. I think it's Laura. But hi, I'm just Aunt Bex is taking a break, and I figured I'd turn it on since I always pretty much have everything set up. And I'm just going to be crafting and okay, I got it. I'm happy. Yeah, that's good. I'm not, sometimes I remember, but most times I don't, and so let's see. If anybody wants to join, I can send you a link. Let's give it a couple of minutes. Gail, have you muted, but you'll watch. On hold with AT&T. I wish you luck. Yes. It depends, right? At least nowadays, you can go on. Hi, Nashua. Here you are. Do you want to come on? I mean, let me word it. Does anybody want a link? I can shoot out a link and invite you, or it's up to you. Nash was saying, yeah, yes, I'm. Is that the link to the private? Is that the link to our room, Nettie? I'm getting confused. Yep. And she's just saying hi. Okay. Because I can open the room, but I'm not sure. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. If I switch over, I mean, several of you are already in the room, so that would not be a problem. And obviously I can't do both. So I don't know what to do. Gail's in the room if she wanted to come over to the room. Nashua, I have a room, it's a private Facebook group, and Nettie's just put the link in. If you went over there, unless maybe you already are, you have to answer 2 questions and then you're in. Okay, Gail. Okay. That's great. That's because you have something else to do. They caught you off guard. That's super. Let me go over to the, let me see. Let me see whether I can do this or not. Facebook. Facebook. That's what I want, right? Facebook. And let's see what happens. And let's go to Nancy Law. No, that's not the one. Give me a second. You can talk amongst yourselves. Impromptus, or that's what they are, right? Let's see. And there it is. One new. All righty. Here it is. Manage. No member requests. Okay. All righty. It'd be interesting if you could do both, right? That would be insane. I doubt you can. Let's just see. Rooms. Next. All members can join. Start town now. Next. I've never done this before. This could be a total. Happening now. And I can, do I post that? Do I post that? Post. I don't know, folks. We'll see. It's been published and I can join the room. Join. Oh, there I am. Well, the room's open. But I can do this. I've got two things going on at once. I don't know how dangerous that's going to be. In the room, you're going to see my face. I'm getting a haircut finally. Oh my God, I am so raggy. At 3:30, I have a haircut appointment. So, but we can continue here. I'm cutting out. I'm making fada. Oh, fada. And it's from Fada. Fada is having a free Fada school for, I think, 10 days or 12 days over at Fada School, fada.com. And so these are just simple watercolor thingies that you slap some paint down and then you can outline them with Stabilos or gold or white and slap them on something. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. I can stay, apparently I can stay on the StreamYard. So I got to, excuse me, I've got StreamYard here and on my iPad, it looks like the room's open. I have no idea what's going on. So we'll just hang. Again, impromptu is impromptu. We just don't know what the heck is going to happen. So I hope you all had a good weekend. It is Wednesday, so it's the weekend. The week is half over. And I just got done watching Dee Dee and son Cameron. He's such a wonderful artist and such a wonderful young man. You can see he's so easygoing. Hi, Janet. And he was doing some feathering thing, and Dee Dee thought he may have overdone it, and then he continued to do it. And he knew that he was doing it to just make Nana a little upset. I thought that was really cute. But yeah, he's an incredible artist and apparently hairstylist too. And I guess he's going to London for a hair convention, which would be fun for him. 23 and off to London. I hope he takes time to go to the Tate. That's my favorite museum in London. I've been there a couple of times. And I guess there's a new Tate museum that has modern art in it, which I have not seen. It wasn't built the last time I was in London, which was a long, long time ago. So, but everything's pretty much chill here. Safi, I was watching Rogue Heroes and then it kind of ended. Is there another? I don't know whether you know. I don't know if there's another season or it didn't seem like the end of the story. And there was only like 7 episodes. So I don't know whether I'm missing something or not. And I saw the other book too, the one that I obviously the guys. This is an author that Safia has introduced me to. Last name is McIntyre, and he writes historical, history kind of stuff, and it reads like a novel. And he's a very good writer. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Hi, all. All. I'm just cutting out some watercolor botanicals that could be put on a journal page in the future. That's what they are meant to be. I can show you. I've been working on my caboodle book. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. I thought I'd just pop on. Ampex is taking a break, and I just felt like hopping on. I figured I can turn my camera's all set up all the time, so it's all I have to do is switch two lights on. I bought some extra lighting, I guess a while back, one extra light, and changed my lighting, and I think it's really has improved my my stream quality. I can move my camera down a little bit. I have it. Whoops, sorry, folks. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see, like so. No, you don't need to see my gut. But anyway, and I actually bought a camera. I thought I would get a better picture with like a regular camera, like a 35 millimeter camera. And it wasn't an expensive one. It said you could use it for streaming, and but it had autofocus, and you couldn't turn it off. So the camera was going in, and it was really nauseous. So again, since I got it in Amazon, it's easy to return. So I will be returning it today when I go get my hair cut, because there's an up store there where you can do those things. For me, I can return it at any Kohl's. Kohl's is a department store down here in Florida. I don't know that Kohl's is anywhere else. But at Kohl's, if you return it at Kohl's, it says you don't have to repackage it. You don't need a box. You don't need anything. You just show up with it and say, I want to return it. Now, the other place, you have to package it, and you've got to print out labels and everything. And since this was a camera, it had those lithium batteries in it, so I had to print out the special label saying that it's, radioactive or whatever it is. And but I was over by Kohl's, and I had it all packaged. I figured, I'll just drop it off here. They wouldn't take it because it was already packaged up to be returned through the other place. And I said, okay, well, I'll take it out of the box. You can take it there. Oh, no. We can't take it here. So I was all pissed off about it. But anyway, I'll return it today. They give you a whole month. So, and I was looking at, today and yesterday were the big Prime days. I didn't see anything that was anything all exciting about. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up reminder. Thanks, Janet. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Has anybody looked at the super Prime days where Amazon supposedly, giving everything away? Because I didn't see anything because that's nothing. I didn't see anything I needed or wanted. Let me put it that way. I need nothing. I didn't see a whole lot of art stuff. I didn't see anything. They had a lot of TVs. I don't need a TV. I didn't see anything that was super exciting. So. But that's not to say that I haven't bought some stuff. The stuff that I bought was not included, like magnets. I needed some new magnets. Yeah, exactly. Nothing you had to have. Right, exactly, Laura. That's the way I felt. I got some watercolor paper, Canson, nothing super exciting. Oh, I did get some Kutaki. Is it Kutaki? Watercolors, the ones that come in those nice square plates. But they weren't on sale. But I did get, I have the big set of 36, and these are their gem colors. And these are the big pans. And these are really cool because you can't open them without, I don't want to tear it. So I don't know why I don't want to tear it. But, well, maybe. Why do they do that? Why do they make it so hard to open shit? Anyway, these are the big pans, and I have a set of 36. But these weren't on sale. I got Gem. They're metallic Starry Nights and something Pearl, which is kind of metallics. But these are really, they're beautiful watercolors. They're kind of like, they're like, no, I can't say they're gouache-like because they're very transparent. I got those the other day, which had nothing to do with the Prime, special. And I did do a swatch of them. Let me move this stuff. So you can see, that's not all of them. You can see how transparent they are. They're not. I put down, and this is exciting, right? I put down a new drop cloth, and I usually use freezer wrap paper, but I had taken apart a composition notebook because I just wanted the cover. So I had all of the composition notebook paper. So I taped that all down to make it, this is my new drop cloth. So eventually this will get all covered up with, stuff. I already have information, phone numbers and things like that on it. And so it's kind of exciting. Normally I take the old drop cloth and I stencil over it and make it into like paper that I can use for cards or what have you, but it was so bad. I mean, I couldn't salvage it. So I threw it out. It was the worst ever. So, but these will go on maybe a journal. And then I've been working on my Latin artisan caboodle kit. I think I worked on that a little bit Sunday, maybe. And I finished it. And of course I changed it, and it's a Victoria design. If you're ever, looking for, a new journal or idea to make, something for, putting like a journal or whatever, I go to them. Unless you're going to make a straight up like junk journal, which, we all know how to do. But if you want something a little bit different and a little bit more complicated, they have tons of journals with full instructions with the expectation that you're going to buy their. Oh, hi, Jane. Good to see you. Yes, you were drifting along. Okay, happily. Minding your own business, and then voila, I appear. Well, I'm glad you decided to pop in. Totally impromptu, just chatting away, talking about nothing really of any importance. I was talking about Victoria Designs, VEC. Tina, Tinne is their first name. And they have all different artists that make these beautiful journals, and with the expectation is that you buy their digi download kit and then you make the journal. And I make the journal, and that becomes my substrate for what I'm going to do, and I'll show that to you in a second. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Out in the boot. And I just saw some pictures from my oldest son. They ended up going to Toronto also. My youngest son was in Toronto earlier last week, and Dave and Alex went to Toronto on their way home from visiting my youngest son. They were all out on Lake Chautauqua in New York. And man, did they took some pictures of incredible street art. Oh my gosh, in Toronto, whole walls just gorgeous, beautiful paintings. And I saw a lot of that. We went to Halifax several years ago. Dave, my daughter-in-law, and myself, we met up in Halifax. I flew from Florida. You can fly nonstop direct on Canadian, I think it's WestJet, direct from Orlando to Halifax. And they drove up from Boston, and we met in Halifax. And we spent the week just driving up. We drove up all the way the Britain coast, Nova Scotia, and had a wonderful time. But in Toronto, they have beautiful street art, gorgeous murals, painted on brick walls. It's really beautiful. And apparently in Toronto also. Just amazing. Amazing. Kind of like organized graffiti. Thank you, Janet, to put Rosemary's link in. And I went through the caboodle kit on Sunday, and I showed everything that came in. And this is, a typical kit. And Rosemary gives you so much stuff that you could really make many journals, not just one. And she shows you how. She streams on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and she literally builds the kit. And so you can follow her and do what she does, or you can do your own thing, depending how confident you are. I do usually half her and half me, but I'll show you what I got done so far. Let me clean this mess up. I'll get most of it cleaned up. A lot of times, paper stuff like this, I just throw on the floor, and when I'm done crafting, I get the broom out. Oh, the Rosemary's Forest floor doll. Yes. Yes. Unbelievable stuff. Yeah. Yeah, she just makes. Okay, so, that didn't sound good, but fortunately it was all in a bag. I had bagged it all up. Otherwise it would have been disastrous. So this is the kit. And I've got some added stuff in that. So I think I'm going to work in this. Let me clean this. Let me get those flowers put away. And I'll use those in some journal at some point in the time. And there might be even a spot or two to stick in the journal that I made. Let me get rid of this. That's some stuff. And I made some master boards I went online and typed in Latin artisans images, and all sorts of neat stuff came up that I printed out to add to what Rosemary has already sent in the kit. But I'll show you what I made. And I love magnets, so I like I just love the sound of the magnets. Hi, Leslie. Here it is. And it called for chipboard. I don't have any chipboard, but I do save the board that comes on, the boards that come on the back of, watercolor pads and stuff like that, and cereal boxes. And one of these days, maybe I'll have to break down and actually buy some chipboard. I don't even know how expensive it is. But this is get this out of here. We don't need this now. But this is the journal that was from Victoria. Hi, Dolly Face. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And the woman that does this, she goes pretty fast, but fortunately, you can slow it down. You can slow the speed down, and you can pause and rewind, pause and rewind, and pause and rewind. Now I'm here and can chat and listen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's so frustrating. I don't, things like that. You don't mind waiting if at the end, there's some result that, something's resolved. But if nothing's resolved, it's just totally frustrating. Yeah, that's not cool. It's like if you want to talk to Social Security, you figure at least an hour, And that's usually to make an appointment, because I never try to do anything online with Social Security. I want to see somebody face to face. And if you make an appointment, it works. For your dad? Okay. Yeah. And you figure how would, if he managed, if he had to do that himself? Probably not well. So that's what daughters are for, right? So this is the Victoria design. This is Magical Dragon, I think, is the name of it. And you can see I'm going to be covering this, and but this is basically the structure of it. Let me see if I can't get this in. Yeah. And so it opens now. In the Victoria one, this is all black paper, but because this is Latin artisans, I used this. This is Amy paper that was included in the kit that Rosemary included, some of her hand-dyed papers. So in the Victoria design, this would have all been black cardstock. So I changed up the colors that were, and I have some cardstock. So this is kind of like a waterfall thing. And again, perfect places for more pockets and tons of pictures, which I have. Some other stuff that I can put in here. So that's the back page. But I like the flippy floppies. And on this side, this is where it really gets fun. It's very interesting here. This opens like so, right? And there is a nice big pocket here. And then here's your first set of magnets. There's 3 magnets here that I have covered. And then there's 3 magnets here. So you can hear it. Listen. I love it. Hear that sound? I love it. Click. So that'll open this way. And there's a pocket here. And then there's little pockets here. And then there's magnets here. I'll cover this up with something, either a little piece of paper or just a picture, probably just a little picture. They'll get covered here, but those are magnets too. I love it. And then this opens like so. So now you have another area to put pictures. Okay, Safia, good to see you. And then this closes like so, and then this opens like so. And this is like a little box. And so you make this little box. Of course, the little box was made in black cardstock, but this is one of the papers that came in the kit. So I made the little box out of, and since this paper was kind of flimsy, I reinforced the sides with little strips of cardboard, but this closes with a magnet also. So it opens. And then actually this is when I was playing with the new watercolors on a piece of watercolor paper. So I cut that and reinforced it. And that's just some washi tape. And they wanted you to put this way. And then you could put stuff in the top. But I thought it would be much easier to put stuff in here, sideways. You know, if you wanted to add other stuff, I think would be easier. And it's not going to open and fall out because it closes with a, listen for it, magnets. And I'm using, and the way that the woman that designs these, and the way she does her magnets is by far the best way I've seen anybody do magnets. And I had little tiny magnets, and I just ordered some bigger magnets. And this is what they look like. I got 100 of them for about $8. And they're real. They're 1 by 8, 1 millimeter by 8 millimeters. And that's what they look like. And does anybody want me to show you real quick how she does her magnets? Or you all know how to do magnets? I'll be glad to give you a quick magnet lesson. I love it. The design for this journal is Vectoria Designs, VECTORIA, Vector, instead of Victoria, Vectoria Designs. And this is the Magical Dragon. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. All righty. I will. Okay. Well, let's put some, even though they don't call for it, let's put some magnets. We'll put a magnet here and here. How's that? Okay. Okay. Let me get some, you need some double-sided tape and some glue. All right. Let me see. Let me get, I guess I can't really get that out of the way. All right. That's okay. It'll be fine. All right. So what she does is, and it's easy because they automatically, I just came on because you were taking a break, Beck. Although obviously I wouldn't be here, but I went into your community tab and I figured, okay, I was just messing around. So I figured I would pop on just to say, hey, I'm just crafting. So I'm just going to do some magnets, and some people show, how I do magnets and how I learned from. Now, the name of the gal that actually makes this journal on Victoria Designs, I don't know. I think her name is Christina. She's got a website, but I don't know. I just know through Victoria Designs. All right. So what you do is take a little glue. I'm glad you're having a quiet day. How's Bernadette? I know you were concerned about her. Okay, you're gonna learn. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little dab of glue, and we'll do both sides. Obviously, a little glob of glue, and stick a magnet. Sometimes they're hard to get apart because they are magnets, and these are, even though they're little. So I'm going to just stick that in the glue, like so, and you're going to say, but Ann, good as she can be, yeah. You're going to say that glue's not going to hold it. And you're absolutely right. It's not. So I got the little dab of glue. And the nice thing about this is the magnets automatically line up on the other side. So then take some more double-sided, take my first piece of double-sided tape, right? I just had to buy another whole batch of double-sided tape. And you cover it with that and kind of give it a little squish, around the, cover the other one with the double-sided tape. And then you saw how I covered that to make it pretty. Okay, Ampex. And kind of go like so. Now, this is the brilliant part of this. Going to take some more double-sided tape, about the same size as that, right? And you're going to take a magnet and you're going to stick it on the sticky side of this. And sometimes you get it right and sometimes you don't. And then this just, see, it's pushing up. So that's okay. You just take the magnet and turn it around so it's the right orientation. And then you just stick this down like so. All right? Just like that. So sticky side up on the double-sided tape, sticky side up. And it's impossible to do this, like, because it keeps on sticking, but the magnet keeps it so you can put it down, okay? Sticky side up, stick the magnet. Hopefully you get the right orientation. I did that time, okay? And then you can get your fingers off the paper. So there you go. Now, oh, I've got even smaller than these. So, and now all you do is just go like so, press really hard, not too hard because this paper is really thin. Stick this over here like so. So now they're already oriented on top of one another, right? And now you open it and look, there's your magnet. And listen, whoops. There and there. That's it. That's it. And now so when you do this, they're automatically oriented. You don't have to do anything special to line them up. And then I'll cover those with something pretty. Yeah, I have, where are they? Here they are. Look at these. These are even smaller. They're thicker. I have a metal, it's like a mic stand type of thing that attaches to my table, and it's metal, and I just stick the magnets just stick on there, That's where I keep them. And they just stick on there. So they're always handy. So here they are, the two different sizes. And but I like this, even though this is easier because it's not as fat as this one. But there they are. You can do a lot with them. You hear me clicking them on the pole? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad that was helpful. I've struggled with that on and off, just getting it right. But this way they're automatically oriented, These are kind of weak sounding, but I think it's because the paper is. All right. So I'm going to do some gluing. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Diane. That's what I was thinking too. Just to have some company. Normally I would sit here in silence or listen to a book, but I'm just going to be crafting, and hopefully you guys have something that you're working on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start gluing some pictures onto this. And there's something else too. I wanted to, oh, you're welcome. I wish there was a way that I could show you, because I talk about using Google Drawing all the time as a way of manipulating images and photos, but there's no way that I can show you that. You know what I'm saying? During this, I don't know. I think, I don't, I wonder. You know, when you say there's no way of doing it, maybe there. Let me just see something for a second here. I don't know. Well, no, it wouldn't be. I should make just a short video, because I know all of you have different programs that you use to do that kind of stuff. I just use Google Drawings because it's very easy. Yes, that's her. It's VEC. You got it. That's her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Janet. That's the outfit, and through her you can find this. This is one of the newer ones, and I think this one's called the Magical. Well, let me double check, but that's the right designer. That's the right one, and this, I think this one again is the more recent one. There's tons of them. Magical Forest. I'm sorry. This is the Magical Forest, not Magical. And it's the very first one that comes up. If you go to that website, you'll see that this is the one I've done. And there's one here that's just, oh my God. I want Colleen to do it because she's got several journals that she's working on. And this one has several different journals, like a butterfly journal. And then I think there's a bee journal. And then there's a beautiful box that the journals fit into. And that's another beautiful one. So I've made several of these and turned them into something else. My beetle journal is one of these. I don't remember which one, because that's a while ago. But again, that's another one with lots of waterfalls and flippy floppy things, which those things kind of appeal to me more than anything else. But, all right. Oh, and this is another. This is just a regular box. I mean, another journal that I made, but this is straight up Cheez-It box. Okay, thank you. That's it. Mm-hmm. And it's 48 minutes. Now, obviously, it took me a whole lot longer than 48 minutes, but the whole stream is 48 minutes, but it took me hours. But this is another came out. This is just Cheez-It boxes, 2 Cheez-It boxes glued together face to face, so they look like chipboard. I used Yes Paste, and then I made a little sketch journal just for myself that fits in here. And this is kind of a Coptic stitch. Oh, she's got tons of them. And then there's Digi Downloads. So if you wanted to make one of those, you could just do the Digi Download. And I still haven't figured out whether I just want to just put a load of glue here and glue this here. But I don't know whether it'll hold it. Yes. Yep. Good thing. But this is so you can see the little bit of Cheez-It box. Let's see. So we're going to work on this. And so there's going to be a lot of I'll follow Facebook, not Facebook. And let me see if I can find myself. There I am. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, hopefully you guys have something to work on. I found a tissue box, the latest tissue box from Kleenex had this beautiful design on it. And this is where the Kleenex came out. I just put some acetate that came out of some packaging. And this just seems to follow the theme, the colors of this Latin artisan thing. So I'm going to incorporate this in here and put a picture in there. And again, this is some of the stuff that, I mean, it's just amazing amount of stuff. Oh, I know. There's this fabric in here. I'm thinking of these are some downloads. This is some masterboards that I made using Google Drawings. See, there's some of that paper. That's Amy paper. That's a masterboard that I made. And there's the pictures. I just went online and I think I typed in Latin artists images, and again I copied them, put them in Google Drawings, and in Google Drawings I resized them to make a masterboard. And let's see, these are ones that came in the kit. These are all Rosemary's, so those all came in the kit. And I wanted something to go on the inside, but then I made this, so I don't know. Let's see. And here's that other one with a different orientation. I flipped it around and had to resize it and ended up with an extra picture again. And I just love this. This is not adorable. I showed this during my Sunday stream. And this is known as, hi Barb, just hanging out. Beck was not coming on today, so I figured I was going to be sitting here, crafting. I figured I would just turn the camera on and play. And this is, it's called Mexican Wallpaper. Isn't it gorgeous? It's a beautiful website. And you can download all of it. Any of those pictures you like, you click on, you can download and print them out. I guess they figure they're pretty safe. You're not going to download enough of them to paper a wall. Anyway, so that's from their website. And this too, isn't this? Look at this. Can you imagine having that as wallpaper? I just thought that was so pretty. And it has a lot of the colors in one of Rosemary's other caboodle kits was the Oaxaca kit, which I bought and never finished. I've got a lot of kits I haven't finished. And then I got this. Where's this? This came in the kit, right? And I'm thinking of putting this on the binding. Just strips of it. Just don't have enough room. It's just not fair. I'm thinking of this. Laura, Witchy's name is Laura. I remembered. I thought this would look pretty cool, right? On here. And I think there's enough to do 3 strips here. I thought that would be a really cool thing if I cut it there. No, it's not going to work. Could do it this way. I don't like that though, because I don't think it would. That's kind of cool. I don't think it would stay glued. Or I could just cut out like, instead of wrapping around, I could just cut just that, right? And glue that, and then glue that, and then glue that, and then glue that. And yeah, I could do that. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Oh, I lost a little mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Oh, where'd you go to? I have no idea where. But that's what I'll do. I think I'll just cut these out and glue them down the spine. I think that'll be pretty. So I should do it right now instead of saying that I'm thinking of doing it. And then there's something else I can run by you folks. I'm not a real sugar skull person. Doesn't do much. I'm not a fan. I don't. It doesn't do much for me. I've got some pictures here that my scraps I might make another master board with. But I thought this fabric. I thought this was really pretty. These two. We got to pick when we bought the journal. She had 3 different styles, and I picked this one because I just like the birdies. So they're going on. Okay. I love the sound of the crinkle. I thought this was pretty too. Just that would be pretty just glued on the cover. That piece of material. Or I really like the birdies, but I'd have to cut them and put half a bird here and half a bird, or maybe just, oh, I like that. I don't know. The choices are endless. I could go like so. And maybe you could put a piece of this here. That doesn't really match though, does it? No. This is where I get bogged down. Because if I do this, then we lose their faces. And I don't think there's anywhere. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Aha. Look at that. Wouldn't that be a surprise when you opened it and there this was? I like that. I like that a lot. See, there's not too many. Yeah. I think that's got a real possibility. And then that has to close like so in order to open this. And this is glued down. And there's supposed to be a pocket here. And there is, but I don't know about that. Well, I like that other cloth though. I might do that. That might find its way there. Okay. But I've got this too. This is the problem. When you start, I got another big space here. Now, the material can obviously easily be cut up. It doesn't have to. I mean, that's pretty there. And then stuff can go on top of that. I just have to cut a little piece of that off. That's kind of pretty too. That's got a possibility. I could go there. Put that there. All right. You're probably thinking, glue something. Quit talking. Well, this is where it's fun. And this is where it takes, all the thought process. Okay. I do know what I'm doing with this. I've already decided with these things, okay? I found stamps. Oh, yep. I bet you do. Can't be easy. I think I'll put some. These are kind of Latin locations. I've got Nicaragua. And I found one out of all of the stamps that I have, and I've got hundreds, because you can buy them by the hundreds. You can buy bags of them really cheap. So I think I'll glue those stamps on there to cover the magnets. I think that'll be a pretty thing. Let's see, okay. For like, I don't know, $7, you can buy 200 or 300 stamps. And I'm so anal that when I buy stamps like that, I literally go through them, because they'll say no duplicates. And I will go through and see if there are any duplicates. And they're not. There are no duplicates, which I think is pretty impressive. Isn't that a pretty stamp? With the lily? Or maybe that's an iris. Is that an iris? This is Costa Rica. And I can go there. And that takes care of the... so I am going to glue that down. And I'm going to get out the good... Well, maybe I'll use this glue. Yeah. The glitter glue that I never bought for years because I thought it had glitter in it. And we were talking about this. I guess a lot of people, well, maybe. I'm saying maybe a lot of people thought there was glitter in it and didn't buy it. Or maybe I couldn't be the only person that didn't buy it because it had glitter in it. Because I don't like glitter. And was it Colleen's? Must have been in Colleen's yesterday. I was enabled. Oh boy. Timmy has a set of architectural stamps. They're they're like inchies, but they're bigger. And I think there's like 12 of them. And they're $25. And you can get them at, I don't remember now. Someone very nicely put the link in. Thank you, Dar. Put the link in. And I think it was scrapbook.com selling them. So I went to scrapbook.com and I immediately put them in my cart. And I don't know about you, but I am an absolute sucker when they say, if you spend so much money, you get free shipping. And I inevitably spend that much money in order to get free shipping. And this was pretty pricey. This was $65. If you spent $65, you got free shipping. So, did I spend just $65? Oh, no. Ended up spending a lot more than that. And then when I went to check out, it didn't give me free shipping. So then I went back, and of course I forgot to type in the code, free ship. And when I typed in the code, then the free ship was calculated. And but you figure the shipping would have been $12, and for that $12, I ended up getting, I don't know, another stamp set or another set of something or other. Yeah. See, Gail, she does the same thing. Yeah. I fell for it. So I spent a little bit of money, but I hadn't bought anything recently. I bought the magnets and some watercolor stuff the other day. The Amazon person is here all the time. It's either, stuff for the cat or art stuff for me. Oh, I bought something that was real exciting. I bought cockroach traps. I have roaches, or in Florida, they like to call them palmetto bugs. No, they're not palmetto bugs. They're roaches. It's Florida. And I have to call the maintenance to have them come and spray again. I don't know anybody that likes them, obviously, but I scream. I literally scream when I see them. I scream like a little girl, or scream like an old lady. Yes, it is. Well, have my hubby and I gone a bit. Oh, have you? We didn't. We were talking about Laura and we were talking about it earlier. I didn't see anything that really kind of like said, "Ooh, that's such a great deal. I've got to get it." And I know that's kind of washed out, but that kind of hides the ugly, the little stamp, the little magnet thing. And the magnets still work. Click. Click. So I like that. I like it. Mikey likes it. Remember that commercial? He likes it. All right. I have some other pictures here that I cut out. And I sewed, you can't see me, I sewed around them. I know. And hi, Trish, good to see you. You know what? And I didn't even realize they fly. This is how stupid I am. I'm stupid. A couple of years ago, I was coming home from work and I was coming in from the garage into the kitchen, and this big bug went buzzing by me like a B-52 bomber. And I thought to myself, oh, well, at least it's not a cockroach. They don't fly. Oh, God. Of course they fly. They got big wings. Of course they fly. They're prehistoric. They've been around since the dinosaurs. And I was emptying my dishwasher. And I closed the cabinet, and then I heard a dish rattle, and I thought maybe one of the dishes I had not put away properly or something, and I assumed that was it. I opened it, and it was a friggin' cockroach that was scurrying up the side of the cabinet. That's how big it was. It was moving my dishes around in my cabinet. These are huge. They're the size of my thumb. I kid you, I'm not exaggerating. I know how people like to exaggerate about how big the fish was they caught. This thing was about yay big, that big. Now, if big enough to move the dishes around, I killed one out on the porch. I hate killing them because they got that yellow pussy inside. So this one came around the corner. It was night, and I had a stack of magazines about this, and I went up to it and I dropped the stack of magazines on it from about 3 feet up and left it there. I just left it there, didn't even look at it until the morning. And these have big eyes. There's two, I mean, I know there are many types of cockroaches, but predominantly there's the German cockroach and the American cockroach. Yeah, the crunch, green. And I don't know which is which, whether the German one is the giant one. I have no idea. But so I got the traps, and they're little, it's like, I went online to see what's the best thing to kill them, and it came out with, it's called Hot Shot, and it's a little kind of like a little thing, and it's got very high poisonous fluid in it, and they drink it and they take it back to their nest, and then they die. I don't know. So, and I just got some, so I put one in the cabinet where the dishes were. No, you've got them. You've got them, Gail. You don't have them, but they're everywhere. They like to lay their eggs in cardboard boxes. Flying, yeah. And there's many different varieties. You just don't have. I mean, with Florida, I mean, obviously they like the weather here in Florida. And sometimes I'm afraid when they come to spray, it's toxic. You know, and I have a cat, and they say, "Oh no, it's fine, it's fine." But this little thing, apparently the theory is they go in this little thing, they drink this, and then they die. But they die back at home. They don't die out in public, so you don't have to see their little bodies. And then Becky told me this interesting fact. I think it was Becky. She read somewhere that when they're about to die, they drop their left leg, which I thought was really interesting. Their back left leg, they drop. So I have seen that leg. I've seen just a cockroach leg, and it is the back left leg. You can tell by the bend in it. So I guess somebody has studied cockroaches and has come to the conclusion that when they die or about to die, they drop their left leg. I can just see it shaking. It's like, gee, something's bothering me here. I got a cramp in my leg. Oh no, dead. Yeah. Well, I didn't think of them flying, but yeah. Now here in Florida, they call them palmetto bugs. And they drop out of the palmetto tree. Now, I think a palmetto is a type of palm tree. I'm thinking, right? So anyway, that's my cockroach story. So I put that little thing on, I'm not done yet. I put that little thingy on the plate, on top of the plate in the cabinet. And when I opened the cabinet, I open it, I bang on it to make sure, I don't want to see them. And that little thing that I've put on that plate is not in the same position as where I put originally. And the level of the fluid, palmetto palm. Okay, all righty. So they're drinking the poison. They're drinking the Kool-Aid. I hope they're going back and dying. And I just have to keep on checking it. And then I have to call maintenance. There's a bug guy here. There's a guy that works here. That's his job. Killing bugs 24/7. I'll get a notice saying, "Oh, sorry, missed you." My mom had a gold-plated cockroach. Okay. And you have it now, Kim. Lucky you. That's an interesting, okay. Why not? I'm assuming it wasn't a live cockroach that they dipped in molten gold. I'm assuming that that's not the case, correct? That it's just like a piece of jewelry? Is that an family heirloom? Yeah, I'll let Gail ask the question because I figured Gail would ask why. Because Gail is a curious, she likes to ask questions. Oh, you have no clue. But now you have it. It was passed on to you. Okay. Well, look what I got from my mom. Gold-plated cockroach. Huh? I can't imagine anybody liking cockroaches, but I'm sure there are people. I don't understand people having snakes as pets either, but people do. They have snakes. They have little snake aquariums in their houses, and they love their little snakes. Uh, Me personally, I like warm-blooded pets, not cold-blooded pets. It was so. I had my niece is married to a guy who likes snakes, and of course, then she did too. And they have a room that is just like you would have an aquarium. They have a snake aquarium. I know there's a word for it. He literally traveled. He flew from, I don't know, New York to Texas or somewhere like that with a baby something snake in his pocket. I guess that's before you had to go through the metal detector. Not that the snake would ring off, but he was traveling with a live baby snake in his pocket. My ex, and since he has money, I guess you can say that he's eccentric. So he's eccentric because he has money. Or he's just plain out effing crazy. He had a pet boa constrictor named Mike. Doesn't everybody have a boa constrictor named Mike? Yeah, like that movie, Snakes on Planes. I have never seen that movie. I guess I think that movie's become like a cult movie from what I understand. With Samuel Jackson in it, I think. I've never seen it. But Bruce had a pet boa constrictor named Mike. And when we first got married, Mike lived in the house where we lived, and Mike was in a big cage. And every time I walked by the cage, Mike would follow me with his eyes and stick out his little tongue at me. I remember opening the freezer of the refrigerator when we first got married, and in there were these little packages of things that were neatly wrapped in saran wrap, and I had no idea what they were. It was dead mice that he fed to Mike, and Mike would eat them. I don't even think he bothered thawing them out. Oh, nice. Oh, well, they'll eat some of those boa constrictors, they'll eat a dog. Your dog would be lunch. Deer, human beings. So I said to him, no more snake. You got to get rid of the snake. I just can't live here with the snake. So he took the snake to school. He was a school teacher. Mike was in his classroom. Good old Mike. And he was handling Mike. He hadn't handled Mike. He used to, he literally would, when somebody came to the door, like a salesman or the Jehovah's Witness, he would literally answer the door. This is on Staten Island, mind you. He answered the door in his bip overalls with Mike wrapped around his head. and he'd answer the door and say, "What do you want?" And people would leave rather quickly. Um, he thought that was hysterical. Oh, it is kind of funny. But he hadn't handled Mike. And he took him out of the cage one day at school, and Mike bit him, struck him, and bit him in the nose. And it looked like he had a bloody nose, and everybody, yeah, it's one way to get rid of the Jehovah Witness. Yeah, they didn't even have time to give him the Watchtower, which is their publication. Just struck him and hit him and bit his nose, and it looked like it happened so fast that people just thought that all of a sudden he had a bloody nose, and no, it was Mike that had bloodied him up. I had gone to pick him up from work, and I was out in the parking lot, and he came out of his classroom, and he had a Kleenex or something over around his nose. And I said, "What happened to you?" And he told me what had happened. He said, "Well, I haven't handled him recently, and he got agitated and he bit me on the nose." So one day, one of his students came to school with a dead pigeon. Now, pigeons carry all sorts of diseases. So they decided that they would feed the pigeon to Mike. And Mike was used to eating dead stuff because Bruce used to feed him dead hamsters and mice and all that stuff. So they fed the dead pigeon to Mike, and a couple of days later, there was a dead Mike. I was not upset. So that was the end of Mike. He died from eating a dead pigeon. And he was big. He was a big one. Not big enough to eat, a dog or anything. Okay, Gail, well, I'm so glad I brought you a couple of giggles and laughter, and have a good rest of the day. And yes, may Mike rest in peace. Yes. See, this is just mindless fun when you have all of these little bits and pieces, and then you go about trying to find places for them. Now, there's this that came. Rosemary always includes a manila folder, and we usually fold it this way. And I've already cut up some big pictures. Hi, Andrea. Good to see you. And this was a larger picture that I cut up into smaller pictures and stuck. And then I did a lot of stitching. These were I stitched them. I'm not a straight stitcher. I'm not a straight stitcher. I'm crooked. But I like it. And then I forgot there were these little taggy things. And I stuck them there. But let's see. I might have to make bigger tags. Oh, yeah, I'll have to make bigger tags. While I have this out, let me punch a hole in those. I'll make some bigger tags too. I think tags will go in here. I think those are tag pockets for sure. I'm not very good at making tags. And you're thinking, well, that's ridiculous. There's nothing to making tags. Well, there is. And I've seen, some tags are just so gorgeous, and they have so many neat, you can do everything. All the layering stuff that can be done, and lace. It's a lot of neat stuff you can add to tags. Ha ha ha. I have to laugh because that's hidden. That question that you just asked, Kim, is this message is held for review. The one they're asking you, may you ask why your mother had a gold-plated. How asinine is that? Sometimes you have to wonder. What is as I recall, Kim didn't know. I think that's what Kim said. She had no idea. Well, I wonder if you have folks, if you guys have anything that when you go to your great reward, your kids are going to scratch their heads and go, what the hell was mom up to? I know my kids are. I know my kids are going to wonder. Well, they're just going to wonder. Why? Yeah. My mom liked odd things. Yeah, okay. I'm sure it was. Now, was it on a necklace? Was it something that she wore that people could say, "Oh, what a lovely cockroach you have"? Was it like a piece of jewelry? Did it like have gems like for its eyes, or because these big cockroaches? Well, yeah. Well, they know why I have the Legos. Yeah. Somebody else might wonder why I have Legos, but my kids know why I have Legos. They get that. Yeah. I need. I haven't seen any new Legos that I want. Legos now has a whole line of adult Legos. Safia got a Lego kit that she's put together, and I can't remember which one she got. But of course, her kids, and then Mary Lou, her daughter bought the Friends TV set, Lego set. It was like the TV set of Friends, but in Legos. And her kids, her I guess her son wanted to help her, and she was going, "No, I don't want you to help me. I want to get away from my Legos." It's kind of interesting to say that to your kid. No, get away! Don't you? I had Lily to help me. When I have a Volkswagen Bug. Would you like to see my Volkswagen Bug Lego? Anybody? I'll be glad to show it to you. It's pretty cool. Anybody in? Yay or nay? It's kind of hard for you to say no, isn't it? It would be rude. But I can show you my Volkswagen Bug. Let's see how long the delay is. Or maybe you don't want to see it. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I had a 68 too. Best year ever. I had a red 68 VW. That was a good year for the Bug. And it had come from Germany. A kid had gone over to Germany, bought it from the factory, drove all around Europe, put about 3,000 miles on it, shipped it back to the States, and I bought it from him. So it was virtually brand new, and he had the real good German radio in it. And but this one is blue, and it's got a beach theme to it. But when I was building it, I had all the bags open and all the pieces out. And Lily kept on coming and grabbing the tires and running off with the tires. And let me see. So this has got the surfboard. And it's got a beach blanket. It's got a cooler. And the thing about the cooler is inside the cooler, very cool. It has wine glasses. So you can have some wine. And there's cans of pop or beer, depending how you. So you got pop cans, wine glasses, and little blue things that are ice cubes. So that's in the cooler. My grandson did a slow motion little video that I tried to upload as a reel, where he's got the little Lego guy, and I lost an ice cube. Oh no! Anyway, like then of course you have the surfboard, and the side view mirrors work. They go up and down, of course. The door opens. And then when you open the door, there's a gear shift in there. And I wish you can't see. The seat goes back. It goes forward. And in the back seat is a beach towel. Hi, Mariah. Are you guys on? When are you guys on? I'm not in, I think. When you're on, like, oh. So that goes like so, right? And it closes like, look, it's got the little handle. The details are just, if you're not familiar with Legos, they're just, let's open it this way so you can see the steering wheel. You can see the inside of it. There. It's kind of hard, but there. And of course, it's got its air-cooled engine. If I can open it without. And there's the engine. And then in the trunk, you have the spare tire. Because that's where the Volkswagen kept its spare tire. It was in the trunk. And there's the spare tire in the trunk. This does open all the way, but I don't want to force it. So that's the Volkswagen. And but Lily kept on running off with the tires when I was trying to build it. She would run off with the tires. This took quite a while. I've got a Fiat 500. I won't. Yeah, this is the Lego Volkswagen kit. I have the Fiat 500, which is yellow, which is the artist version, and it comes with a easel and a little thing with a palette and paints that you can set up. And the other one I also built was the ubiquitous red Ford pickup truck, which was a friggin' nightmare to put together. I don't know. It was so hard. It was I've been messing with Legos since my 46-year-old son was 6. So for 40 years, I've been playing with Legos. And I've never come across one that was so difficult. Every time, you go to build part of the Ford pickup, and all of a sudden the whole fender would fall apart. It would just fall apart, and you'd have to rebuild it. And it was just, and the pictures, if you're familiar with Legos, there's no words. It's just pictures. The pictures weren't that clear. They were hard to see. And maybe it's because I'm looking at them with old eyes, But I had a hell of a time putting that Ford pickup truck together. I wouldn't even dare to even bring it out here for fear that it would just come apart in pieces. Um, but I love Legos. I do. Now I see Mariah's in here. When do you guys go on, Mariah? This afternoon, right? I don't want to. I don't want to go. I mean, because this is. There's any Mariah? I see you here. Yes, I have. I love it. I watched the guy. I actually watched the guy do the Ford pickup because I had problems with some of them. And oh, not today. Okay, all right. So when I went on impromptu, I wasn't really looking around. I just went on, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Yeah, I've watched them build them, and they build them real fast. And I did watch the guy, and that Ford pickup truck, it comes with like a little market stand, so it's got a little basket of apples, and it's got like a little boards, like fresh market, and it has a Christmas wreath that goes with it, so if you can deck it up for Christmas. Well, that Christmas wreath, putting that Christmas wreath together was an absolute nightmare. You'd get half of it done, and the other half would fall apart. Um, and of course, the joke was with Violet. And now that you're telling me that Fran is on, Violet was with me when I was trying to put that one together, and Carol, the Canadian artisan, they started saying the dreaded 4-letter word. Why don't you glue it? Glue? Oh no, you cannot glue anything on a Lego. That is like, you know, sacrosanct. You can't do that. It's kind of like you never, well, now I do, but back in the day, you would never think about cutting up a National Geographic magazine ever. And no, no glue, no glue. I almost glued the wreath together because it kept on falling apart. So now it's in the pickup bed of the truck, just lying there, not being touched. So I have 3 Lego. I've got the Volkswagen Bug. I've got the Fiat 500, and I've got the Ford pickup. And of course, they've got the Mustang. And I mean, of course, we went to Legoland this last year when my grandsons were here. And we went to the Lego store. Oh boy. I spent a few bucks there. Hi, Janet. Good to see you. How are you? Yes. Yep. You have Legos in your house. Well, yeah, you got boys. Not that, girls have Legos too, obviously. But now they have adult Legos. Who just was it? Safia. That's what she bought. She bought the that's what she bought. She bought the Star Wars fighter wing, like the little fighter jets that they had in Star Wars. I think that's what she bought. And they have the big Lego, the Starship. The main one, I think, is 10,000 pieces, and I think it's, I don't know, I think it's $800 or something like. It's the most expensive one. And now they're starting to do art. They've done Van Gogh's painting with the moon. We can't remember the name of it, but someone designed that and actually won the Lego design contest for that year, a couple of years ago. Designed the Van Gogh painting in Legos. I saw it at the Lego store. My hubby built. I built my son David a Lego table, and I made it short. I mean, it was low because it was for him. Starry Nights. Thank you, Andrea. That was the name of it. I built him a Lego table, and I painted it green, so that could be, and that's when Lego made a train. They had a train. And I remember building that because I needed a router. You know, when you start building stuff, it's the same thing as you start crafting, and some project requires some sort of glue or some sort of craft thing, so you buy it, and then you end up building your stash and your supplies as you start crafting more and you need more things, you go out and buy them. Well, it's the same thing with tools. When you start building stuff, you end up needing to buy things. So this design I had for this little Lego table required a router. So I went and bought a router and I only used it that once to build that one table. And then I built something else and I needed another tool and I bought that. I had to leave all those behind when I moved to Florida because there was no place for them. So I had a table saw, a radial table saw. The Lego flower is beautiful these days. Yeah. So that's my Volkswagen. And Lily's eyeing it like she's gonna know. But the little video my grandson made has a little tiny Lego person that proportionally doesn't fit in this, but he's doing the talking. It was called Better. Let me put my ice cube back in the cooler. But this was the first Lego that I had built as an adult, and this was the first Lego that I bought for me. And then of course I've added to that. My problem is I have no place for them. I have very little. Otherwise I would buy more. And I don't know whether Nettie's still in here, but Penny, her sister-in-law, has the most incredible Lego collection I have ever seen. And they are all in these beautiful glass cases. Like there's like the legal bookcases that are like, behind glass. Just unbelievable collection of Legos. And when you go to the Lego store, they have all of these loose Legos. So if you want to build a person, you can buy all of these individual pieces to build a person. So my nephew, my grandson wanted to build his uncle, and his uncle has a beard, and sure enough, there was a little Lego face that had a beard, and he grabbed the beard, and then he grabbed some other pieces, so you can build a person. So anyway, that's the Lego story of the day. Got lots of Lego stories. And then it got to a point where the kids didn't need my help anymore. Let's see, Kim, I'm missing what Kim said. Whatever it was, Kim, it's awesome. Yep. Oh, there, the Lego table. Oh, they're too old for it. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the Lego table. Long gone. I had fun building it. And it was chock full of Legos, that's for sure. Legos everywhere. I really like this. And I think this needs like a place of honor. And this has to be, I wonder, I got an idea, as they would say on Long Island, an idea. Oh, dear me. I wonder, could I, that? Well, there's no, oh, no, that's not going to work because they have magnets. I was thinking I could magnet this down. Wouldn't that be cool? Wait a minute. Maybe I can find a spot for it where I can magnetic it down. That would be so much fun. Wait a minute. I can't do it there because there's already magnets here. Let's see, this goes up here. Can't put that there because that's not gonna, that would not work there. But I'm just thinking if I put this, attach this by magnet, then I can open, you know what I mean? And then it would be, so maybe over here, I got magnets there. Can't do that. I'd love to put some more magnets down. Well, let's see. I'm into magnets. Those people are just arriving. We're doing magnets. Yeah, that would work, right, folks? Yeah. He'd have to build it from back issues. Hi, Barbara. Chicken pot pie. I don't think I said hey to you. And Miriam, I said hi to Miriam. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna go here though, because I like that. Well, that picture could go here. But let's see. Because that's a picture of honor. Go there. Okay. Those can go there like so. But I think I'm going to do that on the back. All righty. So we can do some more magnetes. Yes. All right. So we'll open that. Open that. Did I have any more stamps? I got just this one. I'll find other things to put on here. I can punch things out to stick on there. I've got other stamps. Okay, so we're going to do this back here. And I think this is going to need 4 magnets because this is pretty heavy duty stuff. The question is, should I art on here? Do the glue whatever I'm going to glue here and then put the magnets on top of that. Probably would be the wise thing to do. Alrighty. So I don't want that on the back. She could go there. Look, there's already a frame. I thought there were more little pictures. This is what happens, you know, when you're in a small space. Oh my gosh, yes. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at a picture. Cut that out. Oh, there's these ladies. Oh yeah, these ladies are, yes, she's gonna get cut out. Put her there. There. Be able to take this out. These are gonna go. All right. Okay. Okay. It's just so much stuff. Oh, there's some more little pictures that I cut out and stitched. Oh, and this is the other half of that. So maybe that can go on the back. Yeah, I've got so much. You can see this is the stuff that comes in the kit. It's pretty amazing. And I got all of these little pictures here that I sewed around with my sewing machine. Yeah, I was looking at sewing machines. I thought maybe there would be a prime super thing. Okay, Miriam. Yeah, she can go here. And then I'll glue her down and then I'll do the magnet thing. But let me do this first. I'll trace that. So, yeah, all right. Let's go like so, like so, like so, like so, like so. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was hoping that there might be some sewing machine prime deal of sorts. I didn't really see anything. They had a brother. Let's see. Don't want to cut her hand off, so that's not gonna. That plan of tracing it was. Okay. I know what I did wrong. I almost did it backwards, Janet. Oh, yeah, almost caught myself. Janet and I are notorious, or I am notorious. I shouldn't. For upside down, backwards kind of crafting. It's a special kind of crafting that we have developed. It hasn't been easy, but we have developed our own distinct style of ass backwards, upside down crafting. I blame it on being breech birth, coming into this world ass backwards. And I've spent my whole life living ass backwards. I'm dyslexic. I know, every time, right? Well, this is a unique, it hasn't been easy to develop this unique style of crafting, right, Jen? We have developed this. This has been a nuanced style of crafting that's just not for anybody. It's kind of special. We are special. We are special folks, for sure. Well, I'm going to have to cut some of her pots away. That's too bad. If I'd been paying attention. But at least she's going to go on. Hi, Janice Kleins. Good to see you. It's Wednesday afternoon. And that's what it is. It's Wednesday afternoon. And I am playing in my, what is this? My Latin Artisan Caboodle Kit. from Rosemary. I have several rosemary kits that I've never finished. I am embarrassed to admit. There's no reason. But I guess there really doesn't have to be. See, that's why I wanted to cut that. All right, that's going to look fine. That's going to be fine. Let's see. Be right back. I need to check on my Brussels sprouts. Before Ann signs off. Okay. I don't know. Okay, she's got to test the Brussels sprouts. And then we can find out. I love Brussels sprouts. I love them. I don't eat enough of them. And they're good for you. They're like little baby cabbages. I love them. Roasted, I think is my favorite way. Tossed in olive oil, salt and pepper, and then roast them in a hot oven and kind of keep on tossing and turning them as, they get all kind of brown and crispy and they get sweet. Brussels. Oh, I think Janice doesn't like Brussels sprouts. She's very graciously returning them to Brussels. Huh. Well, be that way. Be that way. I don't think this, you know what I don't like? I've never acquired a taste for is cilantro. I think that's one of those acquired tastes, and I just don't have it. I've tried it on several occasions, obviously you don't eat it straight up, but recipes that call for it, I find the cilantro just to be so overpowering. And yeah, not a fan. Anybody else here not a fan of cilantro? I know it's very used a lot in Mexican. Let's see. Yeah, only in salsa. Yeah, I can tolerate it in salsa, but it's there. What's it? I guess it's in the parsley family, right? But it's not. But it's got a very strong flavor. So I don't know. Let's see. And yet I like cabbage. Yeah, that's interesting because they're in the same family. And if you like cabbage, Sharon's not a fan of cilantro. Yeah. And some people say that it makes your urine smell funny like asparagus does to some people. Yes, that's right, Janet. Yes, isn't coriander? Yes, that's correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So the seeds are used and the actual plant from the seeds. Right. I forgot that. Yeah. It's kind of hard to describe what it tastes like. Doesn't taste like chicken. Everything tastes like chicken. Doesn't taste like chicken. Doesn't taste like. Doesn't it has a very distinct, I think, a very strong flavor. I came across a recipe that I really want to try. It's a roasted cauliflower recipe. And cauliflower now, they're doing all sorts of creative things for the keto diet people. They're like making cauliflower look and supposedly taste like rice. I don't know how much it's going to taste like rice, but they can make it look like rice. But it's roasted cauliflower, and you cut the cauliflower in steaks, which just means you cut it in big slabs. You don't cut it into the florets. You just cut it so you end up with a flat piece of cauliflower about a half an inch thick. And then you mix together what would be sausage seasonings, which would be fennel seed and sage and all of those seasonings that typically would be in like a pork sausage. And you kind of roast those and get there. And then you brush the cauliflower steaks with olive oil, sprinkle this sausage like seasoning on top of the cauliflower steaks, and then you put them in the oven and you roast them for a couple of minutes at 400-degree oven. Then you take it out and then you cover it with marinara sauce, a good marinara sauce. And then you add on top of that provolone cheese, and then you put it back in the oven and you cook. Maybe you put it under the broiler until the cheese melts. And that's what you serve, is this yummy, cheesy spaghetti cauliflower. Okay, you make it all the time? Okay. Do you put it through I'm assuming you cook it until it's firm and then put it through a ricer? Is that what you, to make it, when you kind of put it through a strainer type of thing, a ricer? I know. Yeah, they're good. Not so much when you add a stick of butter. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Weight Watchers used to have, back in the day, I mean, I was on Weight Watchers when I was at 100 million years ago. And they had like a cauliflower, like a potato salad thing made out of cauliflower. Cauliflower is I like pickled cauliflower. Yeah, that's true. Butter and cheese on anything. Yeah. This is true. Makes it good. Makes it more better. Yeah. Very true. I love broccoli and cheese, melted cheese, cauliflower and melted cheese. Yeah, that's true. It's all good. It's all good stuff. Delish. There's always, at a certain point in any stream, we always end up talking about food, which is fine with me. I love talking about food. I've told everybody my horror story about Factor and the meals delivered. They made a mistake on my delivery. I ordered 6 meals and they delivered 24 meals. And I fed the neighborhood. The one gentleman who I gave quite a few meals to stopped by yesterday, and he had, as a thank you and a gift, a box of cadaver chocolates, which I don't need. A mini orchid. I'd never seen one before. It's a little wee mini orchid, about yay big, and all you have to do is give it 1 ice cube a week, which is super low maintenance, which is perfect for me. 1 ice cube. And then another house plant, which is poisonous to my cat. So I put that in an area where she can't get at it. And I'll probably kill that because I'm not really good with plants. The mini orchid, I think I can manage. And he was so cute. He said, I already gave it its ice cube for the week before I came over. So that was very sweet of him. He didn't have to do that. But he said he liked all the meals. He thought they were really good. And he really appreciated me sharing it with him. So that's good. Ooh, that's interesting. So Janet's adding some cooked smashed Granny Smith apples to her mashed potatoes. That ought to be interesting. And the Granny Smith they're on the tart side, so that might give a really, I like that. Yeah, I make my own applesauce all the time. It's so easy. I like smashed potatoes. When you keep the skins on, I use the red potatoes and I keep the skins on and, cut them up, quarter them, and then boil them. I thought I did this wrong. Oh my God. But I didn't, because we're going to magnetize this. It's going to go down with a magnet. And actually, no, I'm thinking since this is all boogered up, maybe this should be the magnet, because we're going to be able to take this off, right? This is going to pop off. And we're going to be able to look at this and go, ooh, how beautiful. And then put it back like so. Instead of having this as the cover, because I got all these stitches and that are all kind of Frankenstein scarred like. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, the magnets are going to go on this side, right? And I think we'll do one, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 2, 4, 6 magnets. All right. This ought to be interesting, folks. So those of you that are just coming in, I will going to thrill you and treat you to that world of magnet crafting. And how to use magnets, because I love, and I just got a whole new batch of magnets, and I can say to myself now, Anne, you don't have to use all 100 of them. I just got 100 new magnets. All right, here we go. If I can get them off the thing. Okay, let's see. Read this. Yeah, that's true. We eat with our eyes. Absolutely. For sure. It's always, 1, 2, 3. For sure. It's got to look pretty. 1, 2. Yeah, I'll do that. We eat with our eyes. And unfortunately, that's true of anything. We judge people. When we see people, we make that first impression of how somebody looks, which is unfortunate, but that's true also. All right. My glue. I'm psyched about using magnets on this. Okay, Angie, well, hi and bye. Would you like me to sing you to sleep? No, I'm sure you would not. I could sing you a lullaby. Rock-a-bye, Angie. I would keep you awake and give you nightmares. So I won't do that to you. Naps are wonderful. So you put a little dab of glue down, if you didn't see me do this before, and put your magnet in the little pile of glue. All right. And I think I'm going to do, I don't know. I don't want it all on this side. I guess I'm going to do it all on this side. And I'll put one here. Getting a little carried away, but that's okay. Stick this one here. All right. Stick it in the glue. I'm using, this is glitter glue. Put in the little glitter container thing, which is a bitch to fill. Try to refill this without spilling the glue in that little funnel. Forget the funnel. Forget it. That's a joke. Because the funnel gets clogged up instantly. Instantly. So I try to just fill it with the big bottle, the top off this, and then holding it up high enough so it doesn't yeah. Aunt Beck's resting, I do believe, in her lounger, probably covered in by probably 3 cats are keeping her warm. I don't know how. Okay, so there the magnets are put down. And now the next thing you're going to do is cover each one with a little double-sided tape. I can find the double-sided tape. The right size double-sided tape. I just bought a whole new batch of double-sided tape from Amazon, and it comes like in 3 different sizes. I think, is that the size I used before? I mean, from this wide to this wide, and everything in between. Let's see. I guess that's the size. Is there another size? No. All right. I guess that's the size I'm using. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So. Oops. Glue that down. Give it a little smoosh. I'm thinking of wanting to make another doll. I had so much fun making that rag doll. I cut up a shirt that I could use to make another one. But they all came out so different and unique, and they were just so much fun. And if you haven't watched the doll parade video that Becky made, you got to watch that, because that's, and the music is great, and they're all so different. Oh my gosh. They're just, yeah, they're just hysterical. Definitely worth another go at. And I have all those dishcloths. I made mine out of a dishcloth. I got a whole bunch of those dishcloths. I could make. The most exciting part of my doll making was when Becky and Deb showed me how to make the pants, and I made her a pair of jean shorts. And that whole process was like, oh my, it was like a miracle. When I finally turned it right side out, it was amazing. All of a sudden, my dolly was wearing a little pair of jean shorts. And it was like it was like magic. I'm going to have to go on an angle. But I'll cover all of this with something. And this is probably overkill. Probably didn't need this many magnets, but that's okay. This is what you do when you have 100 magnets. You get carried away. And it's funny when you buy these, they actually, the description is for magnets for making refrigerator art. And I don't know whether, I'm sure some of you know this, but there's some refrigerators, some stainless steel refrigerators today. Oh, thank you, Janet. There's some stainless steel refrigerators that have a stainless steel, a type of stainless steel that magnets won't stick to it. So you can't put your magnet pictures on your refrigerator anymore. Because we had one of those. It was a newer refrigerator and magnets wouldn't stick. So instead, what the refrigerator came with, it came with a USB slot, and you could take all your photographs, put, like as many photographs as you could fit on one of those memory sticks. You could load those pictures into your refrigerator, and the refrigerator had like a little tiny, like a little screen about yay big. And every time you opened the freezer door or opened the refrigerator door, the pictures would start, and they would show the pictures, and it would just kind of go through the pictures. So I had 80 pictures loaded into my refrigerator. It was pretty wild. Okay. So you couldn't put them on the refrigerator, but you could still see the pictures. Oh, okay. I'm doing a massive magnetizing this, and this is going to go right here. And then we'll be able to take this out and then look at all the neat pictures and stuff that are inside of this. So I'm at the stage now where I'm putting the second layer of tape with the magnet on it. And then like magic, everything will be lined up. Okay, that's where we're at. And other than that, we've been talking about food and all the different things you can do with cauliflower. You can mash it and make it like rice. I was talking about making it into like cauliflower steaks covered with marinara sauce and sausage seasoning to make it sound, yeah. So we had all of these interesting conversations about cauliflower and its versatility. Oh, and Brussels sprouts and cilantro. So we've had quite the discussion. Kind of. I'm just going to cut all of these and just stick them over here. So I'll be ready to go. All right. That'll be more efficient, I think. Okay, I need, what do I got? I got carried away. Food, glorious food. Yes. Glorious food. I used to be, one of my many, many jobs, I won't call myself a chef, but I worked in a very high-end restaurant. And I was the broiler chef. So anything that had to go under the broiler had to go through me. And that meant all of the appetizers and, of course, all of the meat. And the worst feeling is when the boss would come back, who was also the owner of the restaurant. She would come back with like a baby rack of lamb that I had not cooked correctly. Talk about a sinking feeling in your gut. Because when you overcook something, you can't, many times I would undercook, because I can always fix something that's been undercooked, but you can't fix anything that's been overcooked. And her name was Jennifer. And when she came back, oh my God, my stomach just dropped. Just totally took a nosedive. All right, so now I'm going to take the magnets and on the sticky side, you're going to put a magnet. And if you're lucky, it'll be the right orientation. On the sticky side, you're going to stick a magnet, right? And it's hard to get your hands off it, but because of the magnet, nope. So that's the wrong side, so I have to turn it around to the right side. And then I'm going to stick this right over here, like so. And just leave it. Don't touch it. That's it. Let's see. I'm going to take another one. Sticky side. And stick it down on the other magnet. So the magnet helps you pull it down. Otherwise, it's really hard to hang on to it. Is Rosemary in? Hi, Rosemary. I am, whoa, gosh. Got a life of its own. I'm working in my Latin artisan caboodle kit and telling everybody how wonderful it is. And I am now magnetizing things. And I've used a Victoria Design journal to house all of the wonderful goodies that are in your kit. And it was just totally impromptu. Becky normally comes on and was taking a break, and I was just sitting here by myself. And I said, maybe I could share my wonderful self with other people. And a couple of people showed up. I was shocked. So I'm doing the magnet thing. Whoops, didn't like that. So I'll flip it over. Okay. See, the neat thing about doing it this way, I don't know if there's any other way, but it's all matched up, you know. So when you flip it over, you don't have to line them up. They line up all by themselves. Oops, didn't do that right. Nope. I almost did it backwards, but the magnet saved me from doing it backwards, Janet. Oh my gosh. I was saved. And my nails just happened to be the perfect length. You know what that's like? Oh, and when you go to cut your nails and then you can't undo anything, and then you have to wait for them to grow, and then they get too long. My nails right now are at the perfect length for taking. Oh, look at that. Huh. I have a magnet that cracked. I've never seen that happen before. A cracked magnet. Has you? Anybody else seen it? I've never seen that. All right, I'm getting there, folks. Let's see. Nope, wrong side. Opposites attract. Or they don't. Okay, one more, folks. One more. Rosemary will be on tonight. At 8 o'clock Eastern. Okay. All right. And again, this is overkill. I did not need this many magnets. So if you decide to do magnets, yeah. So I'm going to turn it over like so. I'm just going to stick it down like so. Oops. to get in there. Get in there. And push it down. And push it down. Uh-oh. What did I do wrong? No. Oh, I know. I know what the problem is. I can't get to the... All right. Oh, that's fine. Oh, this one didn't. I got to get the middle one. The middle one, this one didn't stick. All right. Oh, no, the ones in the middle didn't stick. Well, do I really need those? Let me see. Maybe it's telling me something. We don't need the middle ones, which is fine. They didn't stick. That's okay. If these don't stick, then we won't worry about them because we don't need them. Okay, we got it. All right. All right. So now these are all stuck on here. I don't think we're going to hear the dramatic clink, but maybe. Ta-da! Take them off. You ready? And they find themselves because they're magnets. And so you can look at it this way, right? And we're going to be able to take it off and look at it this way when I finish the inside. So, and then I'll cover these up with stuff, another whole picture perhaps. Oops. Yeah, that's a little, yeah, I'm okay. I'm happy with that. That's a little bit, I'm really, let's see. And this is going to go like so, like soul, like soul. Oops, we got magnets here and magnets here. And we're gonna, wow, look at this puppy now, huh? That's really getting there. I did it. Woo! I know. And look at all the stuff I still have left. It's like I didn't even put a dent. Not even a dent. So I'm going to open it like this, right? And the stuff still needs to go here. And we got to open this, and we got magnets here. And I got to put stuff in here and here, right? And I'm pretty sure this piece of material is going to go here. I think I like it there. Yeah, I think that's going to go there. And then this opens like so. And this opens and closes with a magnet. And this comes down like so. I got my magnets here and here, and I'll cover it. Oh, we got this too. Wait a minute. Oh, this. Oh, these are closed by, they're magnets under here that I covered with stamps. Okay, and then we got this, and then our latest, this, which should come out and you can play with it. And stick that back. All right. Whoops. So you can see that this colored paper is from Rosemary's kit, but the paper's made by Amy. And I think with that, I'm going to say so long. I'm just thrilled that so many of you stopped by. And I still have so much to do. This is going to go on the rib on the outside. But I'm very happy with, you never know when you pick. No, you can't take that to the airport. Are you going somewhere? Wait a minute. Little magnets? Yeah, you can take little magnets. I watched a guy go through the thing and he had a little pocket knife. He had no problem. Ruth, you've been hiding, Ruth. Hi, Ruth. So happy you came. And said hi. So as you can see, I've got lots of other stuff that's going to go. And with this, again, when you make one of these journals, you don't really know how everything's going to work. Whether what you've got in terms of your bits and pieces, you don't really know how well they're going to fit in the journal that you have chosen to build. And that's a crapshoot. You figure, well, you kind of eyeball everything. And I knew that with Rosemary, there's always enough stuff. I mean, I've got tons of stuff down here, tons of stuff. So when this thing is done, there'll still be tons of stuff left over. You can make another journal easily. Because you can easily get, if you make a second journal, and you can easily find more things. Since Rosemary's here, I'll show Rosemary. Yeah, I made a master board, Rosemary. I went online, I made that one. I just typed in Latin artists, and then I turned it this way. Whoops. I can use that. Look at this. There's a website, you probably already know, it's called Mexican Wallpapers. Aren't those gorgeous? And then this, isn't that adorable? So I've got all of that, plus Rosemary's, and there's even more. So, mucho más. Is that right? Mucho más? Much more? And that's not very good Spanish. Anyway, good night, good afternoon, buenas tardes, and hopefully check out Rosemary tonight on her channel. And maybe I'll see you over there. Hopefully I'll see you, Rosemary, right? Yeah, I just discovered that site. It's amazing. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I so appreciate your company. Okay. Bye-bye.